The Lions' offseason moves caught attention, but not all of them worked out, and one of them was a costly mistake. Plus, who would have thought Detroit would revolutionize the NFL with a controversial draft pick? These stories are making waves, and you can't miss a single detail. Leave a like and let's dive into the video. The Detroit Lions made some intriguing moves during the 2024 offseason to strengthen their roster. They brought in Carlton Davis and Amick Robertson to add depth to the secondary, signed DJ Reader for $22 million to bolster the interior defensive line, and secured Kevin Zeitler to fill the right guard position. Overall, these were solid additions that helped the team compete at a high level. But not everything went as planned. And according to Dalton Wasserman from Pro Football Focus, the worst signing of the bunch was Marcus Davenport. Davenport joined the Lions on a $6.5 million contract, but had almost no impact. The pass rusher got injured twice within the first 3 weeks, and the second injury ended his season before he could even get going. The problem? Even without the injuries, he wasn't exactly a reliable bet. The Lions needed someone to complement Aiden Hutchinson in the pass rush, but Davenport never proved to be that guy. His best NFL season was in 2021 when he recorded 9 sacks, but that was the only time he surpassed 5 sacks in a season. To make matters worse, when he played 15 healthy games for the Saints in 2022, he totaled just half a sack. In other words, signing him was already a risk, and unfortunately, it didn't pay off. The Lions were lucky to correct the mistake mid-season by trading for Zadarius Smith, a much more productive player for the role. Now, with the 2025 offseason approaching, the team needs to find a long-term solution to reinforce the pass rush alongside Hutchinson, and this time they'll be hoping to get it right. What did you think of Marcus Davenport's time with the Lions? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Now, if you found this interesting, just wait until you see how Detroit silenced the critics and changed the league's perception of running backs. When the Lions wrapped up the 2022 season, no one thought they needed to shake up their backfield. Jamal Williams had just rushed for over 1,000 yards and broken the franchise record for rushing touchdowns, while DeAndre Swift was coming off a solid year. But then came the 2023 offseason, and Detroit completely overhauled everything. The decision to sign David Montgomery and, more shockingly, use the 12th overall pick in the draft to select Jahmyr Gibbs left many people stunned. Experts lost their minds. How could they waste a first-round pick on a running back in 2023? The pick was ripped apart in almost every analysis, with many calling it Brad Holmes' biggest mistake as the team's GM. But as it turns out, Holmes knew exactly what he was doing. Gibbs shined as a rookie, and in his second season, had already surpassed Williams' touchdown record. Montgomery, meanwhile, was an absolute powerhouse, rushing for over 900 yards in back-to-back seasons. What once seemed like a mistake turned into a blueprint for success. In recent years, the NFL had treated running backs as disposable, positions where teams should invest as little as possible unless an obvious generational talent emerged. But the Lions challenged that logic and won. And now, other teams want to copy them. During the Senior Bowl, Jim Nagy, the event's executive director, confirmed that multiple teams are trying to replicate Detroit's formula. A complementary backfield with a power back and a dynamic speedster. Don't be surprised if 1 or 2 running backs get drafted in the first round this year, and if that happens, everyone will know who started this revolution. The Lions made running backs matter again. At the end of the day, the Lions made some mistakes, but when they got it right, they changed the NFL. Who would have thought that spending big on an RB would be a masterstroke? Now the question is, will other franchises achieve the same success? If you want to stay updated on everything about your team, make sure to subscribe to the channel.